Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be taking a look at my Springfield M1a, aka my M14 clone. This is not going to be a review because there are a lot of really good, actually excellent reviews on the M1a. We're seeing more and more of them pop up all the time. This is more of the push over the line if you're considering purchasing an M1a. This is your sign, this is your reason. I'm giving you that push, that nudge over the line to order one, buy one, go pick one up from a gun shop because you need an M1a. Yeah, buddy. Oh, I mean, come on. Who wouldn't love that? Now, there are a lot of different variants of the M1a, which is kind of cool. I actually think that the tanker version and the Scout are pretty badass looking. But this is the loaded, top-of-the-line, 22-inch barrel M1a from Springfield Armory. I've had it about 2 years now. And I can tell you, without a doubt, if you're thinking about it, go get one, and here's 6 reasons why. Now, the first reason to go pick one of these up is very simple. It's the round that it is chambered in, which is 308 or 7.62 by 51. Now, I'm not going to get into the caliber wars. 5.56 has obviously dropped a lot of people, but 5.56, this is you. 308, the guy she told you not to worry about. And I'm going to tell you right now, 149 grains, traveling downrange at 2,800 feet per second, and delivering somewhere in the neighborhood of 2,800 foot-pounds of muzzle energy. In the words of Colonel Jeff Cooper, when people get shot with 308, they tend to stay shot. So there's definitely something to that. Shooting 308 is a fantastic experience with the M1a. Especially with the weight, and we'll talk about that in a second. The weight of the fully loaded 22-inch barrel M1a, when you're shooting it, it is not bad at all of an experience to be shooting 308, round after round after round. If you're using a lighter gun like an AR-10, possibly, but the 308 does great. Now, this gun also comes in 6.5 Creedmoor. If you get that, I don't know what's wrong with you. This is a 308 gun. Definitely get it in 308. Now, the second reason to pick one of these up is for getting wood stocks. Not every model has the wood available. This particular gun, I know you might be mad at me and screaming through the YouTubes, had a beautiful walnut stock, but I had to paint it in this way to kind of be an homage, an honor to Randy Shugart and all the guys in Operation Gothic Serpent. It was an amazing act of heroism. The movie Black Hawk Down definitely was a pivotal movie for me when I was younger. So had to rattle can it. I'm sorry, I probably should have gotten a polymer stock. But I will say that I can't attest to this specifically, but people have said that the wood stocks have better accuracy than some of the polymer ones. Now, if you do a fully bedded action, that's going to give you the most accuracy possible. But I do like having the wood stock on here for the weight, the potential added accuracy, and I'm sorry that I ruined it with spray paint. Now, the third reason to pick one up is accuracy. There are reports of them being inaccurate. The M14 specifically, people have complained. This is an M1a, civilian version of the M14. Go, research all that history on it. But people have complained about the M1a having poor accuracy. I have an unmagnified red dot on here to really have the Black Hawk Down vibes. And I have no problem producing couple-inch groups at 80 yards unmagnified with this gun. So I'm fairly certain that if I had better glass on here, I could get a 2 MOA group with M80 ball. 2 MOA, maybe less, but right now, unmagnified. I have no problem reaching out to 200 yards and beyond, but really 200 yards on a reduced silhouette, on a reduced silhouette target, simulating maybe a 300-yard shot in the size of the target. However, you're not dealing with the bullet drop there. I have this zeroed at 50 yards, so a 50, quote unquote, 50-200, and have had no problems hitting steel unmagnified out at 200. I'm going to tell you, there's so much energy being delivered on that target down range. It is just a completely different sound when it thwacks that steel from shooting 5.56 or any other round. So, I mean, it's accurate, and the round itself, very, very cool. Now, the third reason is reliability, and this fucker just runs. I don't know what else to say. It's got some grease in it. I haven't re-greased it. I don't have a ton of rounds through it, maybe 400 to 500, but you know, I wouldn't expect to have problems inside of that round count. If I did, that would bother me. But the thing just runs, and it's one of those guns that you're just going to be confident every time you pick it up. When you pull that trigger, it's going to go bang. Now, the second to last reason that you need an M1A is this action. It is derived from the M1, and I'm going to tell you just that sound, the clack, and the way that this action runs. When you're shooting it, you feel that bolt rotate and unlock, and everything is just very, very mechanical, and you have a very connected experience to shooting this gun when you shoot it. The whole process of the round cycling, the bolt closing, and that little cling, there's a ting at the end of it. You're not going to get the M1 Garand ping, okay, at the end, because there's no stripper clip, it's box fed, but it still has that same cycling and action that you're just connected to this gun when you shoot it. And the last reason you need one is the vibes. No matter what you get, this gun is going to give off Giga Chad vibes if you take it to the range. You get the tanker, that's going to be badass in a little, you know, short-barreled version. I am not a big fan of short, loud guns in 5.56. They're always suppressed for me, but there's something about a short and a loud 308 that just is completely different, and you know, it's just badass. So whatever version you get, you're going to have a complete vibe when you bust that out of your range bag, when you're on the flat range, when you're out shooting. Personally, I like the traditional 22-inch barrel variant to harken back to the M14 and its ill-fated run as a service weapon, but it was still used for many decades. So that's it. That's why you need an M1A. Like I said before, this is not a review. This is just my extra push to get you over the edge if you've been thinking about one to go buy it. Now, I'm sort of being facetious. You don't need an M1A. What you really need is ammo and training. So get out there and do that. If your ammo's taken care of, if your training's taken care of, and you're actually using your guns, awesome, get one. If you're not, go spend some money on ammo and training. But yeah, this is the video you show your wife if she's not sure why you need to get another gun or one that looks so old. It's for the vibes.